I will walk in mine integrity. And you will see here in the first verse we read that he has already walked in his integrity. And in verse 11 he says, I will walk in my integrity. And it does not matter how the people try to accuse me. It does not matter how they try to scandalize my name. I know somebody who has all power in their hand. And I can look back in my spiritual mind that David realized who his master really was. And he may have thought that his name was Jehovah Jireh. In other words, he knows the Lord is his provider. When he was going through, he may remember that they called him Jehovah Nissi. Amen. That he have the victory. And while he was yet concentrating on the Lord, he might have thought about, they called him Jehovah Shalom. Amen. Meaning he is the Prince of Peace. He may have thought while he was being an upright man, he may have thought that, remember they called him Jehovah Sitkanu. In other words, meaning that he is righteous. And I hear David saying here in verse 11, but as for me. And I want to ask you in here today, church, that when the time comes for man to try to accuse you falsely, what will you do? And will you be able to stand as David saying here, but as for me, I will walk in mine integrity. And you don't have to worry about man trying to put you down, because I told you a minute ago that vengeance is the Lord. And all you have to do is ask the Lord to redeem me. And tell him to be merciful unto me. And when you are going through in life, you know that the Lord will redeem you if you're being upright and truthful to him. You know he will allow mercy to rain down on you as long as you're being truthful and honest with him. Can I get a witness in here? And you know he will make your enemies your footstool as long as you continue to walk in your integrity. I heard David saying, my foot standeth in an even place. In the congregation's will, I bless the Lord. Can I get a witness in here? In other words, he shall allow you to stand boldly and still keep on doing what you need to do. Can I get a witness in here? I heard in Psalms 40 in the second verse, it says that he brought me up also out of a horrible pit and out of the miry clay, and he set my feet upon a rock and established my goings. Can I get a witness in here? In other words, when you learn to walk in your integrity, can't nobody pull you down into the pit. Can I get a witness in here? here. When you hold on to God's unchanging hand, can't nobody hold you down. Can I get a witness in here? I'm so glad we got God today to let us know that we still need to walk in our integrity. No matter how people use you, it don't matter how people stab you in the back. Stay right there, and God will. He will be there for you. But when God comes through, you ought to stand and tell the world how men tried to use you, how men tried to pull you down. But thanks be to God, He brought you back up, turn you around, place your feet on holy ground. Is there a witness in here today that know if you stay right there, the Lord will. He'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you. Just hold on to your integrity today, because we know that everything we ought to do should be for the Lord. Stay right there, then soon and very soon, God will. He'll pick you up. Yes, He will. I'm so glad. I'm glad today that the Lord will redeem us. But the question is, what will you do when the time comes? Will you be like David? Will you petition unto God, who you know is your maker, who you know is your keeper? Will you ask the Lord to fight your battles? Or will you continue to try to fight them yourselves? Will you ask the Lord to redeem you? To not forget about you? But will you ask Him to search you? To judge you according to your heart? To examine you according to the things that you have done? We cannot live by anybody else but ourselves. We can't go by what other folks are doing. But we have to go by ourselves. Because when God comes, He's not going to judge anybody else for you, but He's going to judge you for yourself. So the question today is, what will you do when the falsely accused come? What will you do when they lie on you? When they talk about you? When they try to pull you down into the pits of hell? Will you stay there and go toe to toe with them? Or will you allow God to fight your battles? David here is telling us that